I'm so excited. I will say that I did the braids a little bigger than I wanted to in retrospect, but we're here. But I can't wait to dip these bitches because I don't like straight braids. I'm not a straight braid person. I like a little wave to my braid. So my plan is to dip these and do a little bantu knot at the end, so we got a little bit of curl moment, a little bit of drama. That's really what I want. It's really what I desire. Hello, hello, hello. Hope everyone's well. But yeah, I don't got no flexi rod, so we gonna just do a little wave, a little curl, just so it lays this way, baby, because I want it to lay this way. I love a little bang. Hello. Hope all is well. I've been working diligently through the night, trying to get my braids together. I'm really excited about it. I feel like it's giving a little bit. I'm not gonna lie though, last night when I did my bath, bitch, cause yes I did wash my pussy, pussy clean, pussy fresh. Cause motherfuckers was worried about me stanking out here. I appreciate you loving me like that. But yeah, I loved on myself last night, bitch. I used some of the water bill to wash my bus. And it was stupendous. It was sensational. Real talk. And I almost didn't put braids in because between me and you, my natural was looking really fucking cute last night. Like, I don't know what I did different. Sometimes wash day just be kind of like amazing. So yeah, I had a really amazing wash day. I almost didn't do the braids, like low key, bitch. Like my hair. I just feel like my hair feels so good. Like there's such a slip on it. Mm, it's feeling healthy. I will say I did have a braiding mishap in the front, bitch. Oh, so sad. I did a braid like right here, and it got stuck because I didn't like, bitch. I feel like I did not properly moisturize in the front. I'm gonna have to hold that, and so some of the hair got stuck. I had to cut it, so the hair in the front is like down to here, and there's one little piece that's like short as fuck. But the beauty of braids is by the time these braids come out, I'm not even gonna remember that shit for real. So I'm grateful for that. Also, when these braids start looking raggedy, bitch, I'm gonna wrap them in probably in black, and I'm gonna go from orange to black just to keep the style a little bit longer, bitch. Cause I'm trying to think about it now. But yeah, I'm gonna get some passion twist or something. I'm probably gonna cut it down to here, and then do like a little faux lock moment with like some black hair just to kind of make my roots last in the shits. So that's a little tip for anybody out there who's doing some braids for themselves. You know, once the braids start looking old, just wrap them in some fucking Marley hair and cut them. And then you got some very believable looking motherfucking faux locks. So that's my plan. The pack hair was very cheap. I want to say, as I told you, I hit the 50% off sale, bitch. Oh my god, every pack of hair was under $1.50, which was beautiful. Thank you, thank you. I started braiding at probably like 11, probably like 10 or 11 o'clock last night. This is all I have left, but I feel like this is the part that is the most annoying personally, because once you get the front together, like once you know what the front's about to be giving, bitch, I'm tired already. I'm fucking tired already, bitch. But yeah, I braided this shit up. And then my new bonnet laid my edges for me, bitch. I was like, oh my god. Wow. The bonnet technology. I still want a sonic bonnet though. Whoever invented that, like, I'm still impressed. Like a bonnet with earbuds in it. Come on now. That you know that's not every day. What up, Chun Li? What up, Sydney? What up, Maya? Thank y'all so much. Right, like it doesn't match completely, but it's close enough. You feel me? Like it's close enough to where it's matching enough for me. Let's go get some water, you guys, because I'm fucking thirsty. But thank y'all so much. Like I'm trying my best to, you know, lift up my spirits. And honestly, I feel like sometimes I think when you're a femme person or you identify as a femme, looking cute can really lift up your energy in a way that like I know it can seem superficial and shit, and it can seem very like not important, but that's not true. See, and that's the thing. I stopped braiding at like 4 this morning, so I braided from like 10 to 4. Went to sleep, woke up at 10, got myself together, and so this was about 6 hours of work, honestly. So, and I was taking my time. I was watching the Kardashians, and I was like, at some point, I got frustrated though, because my God, that show is so bizarre. Like, it's bizarre, bitch. Like, I was like, again, this is, please feel free to go get a water break in this moment because I'm going to talk about the Kardashians for a second. But I like watching the Kardashians and I be feeling bad about it. But the reality is I enjoy watching toxic family systems online or on TV. And I know that, again, that probably sounds like, bitch, what? But it's true. That's why we watch some of these family shows. We're noticing these narcissistic behaviors and it's hard to like look away. And it's also hard to just like not have a comment on it. Like it's so clear to me in this moment that like Kris Jenner is such a fucking narcissist. Like she sold her daughters to have everything that she has. And like just the way that like Kylie be like, yeah, I'm my mom's favorite. All the other kids don't really matter. I was like, Kylie. And it's awkward because there was this like report that came out that said that like when Kylie first got on the scene, she was a yacht girl. And I'm like, bro, can you imagine your mom pimping you out to be on boats with rich men and you were about to be a billionaire? Like, then again, maybe those things are connected. I don't know. But it's like, damn, babe. But at the same time, I feel like that's the thing about sex work that we don't talk about as a society is that rich people will engage in sex work in a way to where because the sum is so high, it doesn't matter that they're a sex worker. It doesn't matter what they're doing to get that money because they're rich. And so shut the fuck up. But the gag is that like a lot of rich people, well, not even rich, people that have desires to be ultra rich will engage in sex work in order to have what they want to show you that they have so you treat them a certain way. And so just hearing that like Kylie was pimped out and was on boats and was like shit, even Kendall. A lot of modeling is sex trafficking and people don't talk about it enough for me. But I'm saying all this to say that I watched the Kardashians recently and I was just like getting so sick because it was just like, whoa. It's like y'all are so sucked into yourselves, your whiteness, your world of wealth. And y'all a lot of y'all have brown babies. And the way that fucking oh my god, Chloe, her low self-esteem be blowing me, dog. Like, oh my god. Like it be hurting me. I'm like, damn, Chloe, stand up. And I will say this, I do see Courtney trying to stand up right now, which is very fascinating. Like Courtney was naming a lot of the behavior as dysfunctional in the house, and I feel like that's the thing that's wild to me is like I can see so clearly like Courtney attempting to be like the truth teller in their family and them all just looking at her like shut your ass up. Like and granted, like her life do look better than theirs. So I feel like that's also why I'm watching because I'm like, damn, Courtney. Like they thought you was about to be Scott baby mom. That's all they thought about you, sis. They didn't think nothing more of you, girl. And you popped out with Travis Barker. That was crazy as hell. I'm not a fucking Blink 182 stan or nothing, but I've listened to a couple songs and it just makes me fucking laugh. Oh, of course. I mean, I feel like they're already exposing the family. But I also feel like they expose themselves. Like they are very much they are so good at exposing themselves. But I feel like again, like you have to be like unlearning and unpacking narcissistic abuse to start seeing clearly what shit is. And like the other day it was brought up that we've only seen filtered pictures of Chicago. And I saw an unfiltered picture of Chicago for the first time the other day. And I was like, they are really trying to hide her father's features. Like they're really trying to make her look the most like Kim in these fucking photoshops. Cause she looked just like Kanye, bitch, like without all the filters. And I'm like, damn, they be filtering the kids so damn bad to the point where I only saw an unfiltered photo when she was with Kanye and Kanye had custody. And I was like, damn, that must be a wild thing to notice that your non-black partner is like ambiguous, like making your child look more ambiguously racial. Like I always thought that Chicago looked more like Kim, but now I know that Kim is trying to make it seem like that. Bitch, I'm so bad at water. But yeah, no. Like that shit's fucking wild. Like, oh my fucking god. Like I've never seen no shit like that. Like I have never seen a mother try to purposefully make her kid look, well, let me not say that. Let me not say that, because I feel like there's a lot of filters that be doing a lot of things, but I've never seen no shit like that. Personally, and I was disturbed. Personally, I was really disturbed. Because again, I'm not like a big fan of the Kardashians, but I do follow the snark Reddit, and like because I follow the snark Reddit, I'll see shit that I'm just like, wow, that's yikes. So I just want to put that out there that like sometimes like when you're watching these family shows of these like rich people, like even the Osbournes, that shit was crazy as hell. But I remember watching that shit just being like, what is going on here? Like what in tarnation? And again, like these are rich white people who are out of touch as fuck, and like we're watching them a lot of times devolve. Like, bitch, the way Chloe be like, I'm so scared of paparazzi. Thank you so much, Kayla. And it's like, Chloe, you know why you scared. Don't do that. Honestly, I felt bad for her when she was trying to tell Kim and Courtney, I don't really like being on red carpets no more. I feel like Kim wanted to be so mean and be like, Kim was just like, it's like, bitch, here's the thing. Do I hate any of the Kardashians? I have no feelings about them genuinely. I feel bad for them genuinely also because I feel like when you have a narc mom, you'll be doing all types of shit to get attention and love and care. And like who can tell you otherwise? Like it's gonna make sense to you. You're gonna be like, I'm getting a reward from behaving like this. And so there's just a part of me that feels like Chloe is, I think it's really hitting her that like she's not the prize. Lamar chose crack over you. Uh, Tristan, I can't even say a thing about him, but like it's like Chloe, my God. And she be the main one trying to console people. I'm like, sweetie, you need to console your fucking self. Fuck. Damn. Every time I watch Chloe, I'm like, girl, get it together. And then the way she was like, oh, she's like, I'm raising True and I get a chance to raise her into like a beautiful woman. And it's like, yo, I really want white women to hold, you'll never be able to raise that brown baby. And I don't mean that to be mean. I don't mean that to be mean. You actually need help, bitch. You need a team. You actually need a team. Just like you have a team to put that wig on and them lashes and them fucking claws, you also need to get a team of people of color that you're paying to like be around this child. Cause like Malika not gonna cut it. Malika not gonna cut it, babe. I'm so sorry, but Malika is not the one I would pick, but she's there. So I guess that's what it is, but you need a fucking team because I just feel like she be saying weird shit like, oh, I wanted a boy, but then I got True. She's like, you get the child you need, not the one you want. I'm like, girl, like white people be dragging their brown babies, and I be like, what do y'all expect me to do? Because I want to fight. Like, I want to fight. Like, I heard someone recently try to describe a baby as fucking difficult, and I was like, y'all are difficult. That baby is very, very easy to understand. They need love and connection, and that's why they do everything that they do, to get love and connection. And it's up to us as adults to let them know what is acceptable and what is not. And if we don't fucking know, how can we expect them to know? And how can we expect them to know very early in life? It's not an early in life lesson. You gonna learn over time, but you still gotta tell the motherfuckers what the fuck it is. And I just feel like I've seen elders describe kids in ways that's like, ooh, that's you, babe. That's how you feel about you. Stop talking about that baby like that. That baby is brand the fuck new. They just got here. They're nothing of the sort. Like I really, it really drives me nuts. Like when people are projecting on kids being bad. I'm like, why are you saying the baby bad, challenging, hard to connect with? Like, don't say shit like that. Cause it's like this is a baby. They are brand new. Like, if you feel that way, baby, let's go to therapy. Let's go to therapy. Cause it sounds like you're emotionally unavailable. But again, babe, you know, you tell the wrong white person the right shit, and then next thing you know, you're a bitch in a hoe and you're going to jail. So, you know, I'm just trying to mitigate it. Just trying to make it make sense, babe. Trying to take my shots when I can. Angela Jolie. I feel like personally, I love that I don't see Angela Jolie kids unless I see them at a red carpet or some shit like that. And I also love that after Brad Pitt was abusive towards the family, like she wasn't trying to stop them from saying how they feel. She was like allowing them to, you know, be as candid as they want to be. And I don't know. I feel like it's a hard thing probably for a parent to be like, yeah, drag your father. Like, go ahead, you know, because I know my mom would still be like, Todd, that's your father. Like, whenever I would say my dad is shitty, she was still trying to hold space for him. And I'm like, there's no need for that. Like, even most recently, like, she was like, I never talk bad about your father. I'm like, but we can. Let's go get a bottle of Casamigos and roast that man. Why not? Like, I want mothers to stop holding space for these shitty men to come back in your kid's life at any point. Fuck them. No. If they wasn't changing diapers and they wasn't feeding the baby with the damn Similac, leave their ass where the fuck they're at. Let them be in control of having a relationship. Because you about to meddle and get fucked over. That's how I feel about it. Because my mom was telling me to hold space for this man. No. Hell no. Not for the socials was the lady upstairs. Here's my thing. I have no fucking clue, and it would be funny as fuck if it was. But the lady upstairs, like the thing is, like when people are narcissistic, they're very fragile, and I'm not saying that to like take away from how dangerous a white lady being fucking like precarious with me and violent towards me is. I'm just trying to offer that like that bitch really don't want it. Like that's the thing about the narcs, man. They're really good to throw their rock, but let them fucking get that rock even thrown in their direction. They will literally lose their shit, start crying, start woo melting down because they didn't expect that. Like that's the thing. I'm trying to remain authentic, and I fuck up sometimes and call people monsters and tell them to go to their attic. Granted, do I feel good about it? No, but it do make me laugh. I'm not gonna fucking lie. Like, I wish I was the person that was like, just held my vow of silence. Like, I truly do wish I was that person in the moment. Was like, just maintaining my quiet and my composure. I wish I was. But I wasn't. And I feel like it's important to talk about why I wasn't. You know, I just feel like once she's talking about there's manners and like she's trying to tell me how to perform, I'm like, you know what? I'm actually going to have to tap in on your ass because you're not about to harm me and then tell me how I need to react to your harming me. It's not going to work. And I also feel like she really didn't expect it because, again, I have been trying to model like there's many truths, you know. I've been trying not to make statements on people and judgment statements and value statements on people because I feel like if I believe I'm worthy as a person, other people are too. Everybody's human. And we can still be perpetuating harm against each other. We can still hurt each other. True. So that's why I'm just saying what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to be hurting people. However, I do think that like when people are harming us, sometimes it can feel good to lash out and like get their ass back. But like I said in the video, as soon as I told her to go back to the attic, I immediately was overcome with the shame of my own situation and me saying something to her that could easily apply to me. I'm not going to an attic, but I am going to a basement. And like those are places that people shouldn't have to live. People should be able to live in clean, comfortable dwellings. We both deserve that. However, in the moment, I was like very upset. Very upset. And this is not to excuse. I just want to explain like when someone white is like, when you could tell somebody white thinks you're trash, like, or they think that they're better than you, or their pussy set higher than you, like, it's very much a moment where I really want to just be like, how sad, you know? I want to be like, that sucks, like, that's where you are, where you're at, and move. I want to be that person, but in the moment I indulged, and you know, again, I'm really trying to sit with all my behavior because I don't think that I'm right in every sense. I don't, and I don't want anyone to ever think that I'm right in every sense. But I'm also okay with people who think that I feel that way. I'm okay with that. Like that like I can't fight for that. Like people either have to hear me and hear me openly trying to create the nuanced dialogue, or they don't. I'm not gonna fight for it. But that person for the socials, I was never trying to fight with them. I was just trying to be like, hey, you're literally shaming and blaming me. This is narcissistic behavior. And maybe you don't have the information yet. Maybe you haven't gotten to Dr. Ramani. Some people haven't watched Dr. Ramani yet. Get into Dr. Ramani. She got a lot of information for us. And I'm grateful for her series because, unfortunately, going through narcissistic abuse is disorienting in a particular way, and you can really, what up Jennifer, you can really start feeling like you're just a bad person in general because you're continuing to connect with narcs. And I had to hold myself and say, what is it about me, what am I doing wrong, what, and I feel like just to like hold in this moment that I do be trying to reflect about myself. I genuinely think that because of the narcissistic behavior I've already experienced, it's very easy for me to make myself into whatever somebody needs me to be. And that is people pleasing behavior. And it's very much indicative, from my perspective, of low self esteem and low self worth. Because when you're worthy, you know that you deserve to take up space and be different and be contrarian, not be going along with everybody, say no, actually advocate for yourself. These are things that I don't do enough. And so I felt hurt by people trying to explain that like I'm doing something wrong when I think what I've done wrong was try to stay safe when I knew I was in danger and I didn't want to do the work and be uncomfortable in a moment. Like I've really prioritized being comfortable in an unsafe environment versus being uncomfortable in a safer environment. And I can see that. I don't want anyone to think I don't be reflecting on my own behavior and how I be operating because again, not advocating for myself, not speaking up, that is a part of people pleasing. That's a part of manipulating people. Like I try to manipulate people into thinking that I'm worthy when I am. But if I don't feel safe to say that I feel unworthy, or I don't feel safe to say that I'm not feeling valued and it's triggering me to think I have to do more. Jasmine, thank you for sending me coin. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate anything. Thank y'all for just uplifting me all the time. But that coin that just came through, bitch. Just thank you. Narcissistic target people who are highly empathetic, especially people who self-sacrifice, and that's the thing. I very much am willing a lot of times to blow up my own life for somebody else, and I'm not saying that as a badge of honor. I'm ashamed of that because it means that I didn't value myself. Like that shit sucks. Like in retrospect, like thinking that like certain things make you like a good person actually make you unsafe, like actually make you someone dangerous to connect with because you're not being honest. You're people pleasing. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Sailor. You did correct me. You did correct me in the no. I'm so sorry. I appreciate you, Sailor. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's a cute name, by the way. But yeah, no, like, yeah, I feel like my low self esteem and my low self worth has really got me caught in some pickles, bitch, for sure, for sure. But I also feel like to the point that the person was trying to make too, because I feel like I want to talk about it all. This person trying to make it seem like they were like, oh, they're like, you've talked about scamming before. Why should people trust you? No one has to trust me. I'm trying to offer when I talk about having scammed that like, bitch, I've done a lot to survive. And yes, I've scammed primarily in sex work spaces. And so for someone to make it seem like me being houseless or like needing support for like unfolding motherfucking white supremacy, fucking colonial projects and shit, that's connected to me being a scammer. It's like, babe. Anyways, like I just feel like it's so easy to condemn people who are already down bad, but it's like, right? They said that I stole lighters, bitch. It kind of killed me because it's like, who, as a smoker, who hasn't stole a lighter? Like that's the thing. That's the thing. And another thing, if you stolen a lighter from somebody, like 9 times out of, because me and my friend Art was talking about this. I was like, babes, how many times have I taken your lighter? They're like, I have a better question. How many times have we taken each other's lighters and like when we needed a lighter, we each had one. Like, thank fuck. And I'm like, exactly. And it's like, I need people like that in my life. People that are like, you know what? We're both stealing lighters, bitch. We're both thieves. Now what? You know? Because, like, her walking away with my lighter is like, Jennifer, I don't disagree. I don't disagree. You know what, Jennifer? I feel like it's both. I feel like it's both. I feel like I didn't value myself very much. I really didn't. And I feel like it's hard to say that because sometimes I'm like, damn, like how like do I really love myself? Am I loving myself in this moment? And I feel like that's all we can do sometimes is just ask ourselves, like, is this love? Is this compassion? Is this empathy? Sonata, I don't disagree with you, but I also feel like when we talk about being scammers and stuff like that, like I do think that the penalty is harsher on people of color. Like when white people scam and do shady stuff, I swear they like adopt a dog and then nobody knows nothing. That person of color will forever be connected to whatever the fuck somebody said about them in 2008, 2007. Like it's just like it's a completely different ball game because white people get the benefit of the doubt. Whereas people of color are always like that leech, that mooch, that shady person, that like it's harder to fight back on like accusations that are like you're doing shady stuff when you're not white because people unfortunately already believe. Oh, for sure. Sonata, I hope you know, like, I'm not trying to be defensive. I'm just trying to name that, like, you know, like, when we're doing anything for survival, like, I don't necessarily think that, I don't think everybody's gonna be able to hold it. And I feel like that's okay. You know, some people will never be in a position where they gotta finesse. Some people will really never be, and I'm glad to know that. I'm glad to know that there's people getting their needs met without having to do certain things. But as someone who's a sex worker and as someone who's worked in plant medicine and liberating all types of motherfucking medicine, I can't in good faith say that like I'm super invested in the Johns and the clients that got. I'm not because 9 times out of 10 them clients was not shit. And it just made me think of like this client that I was working with and like I gave them to my friend because I was kind of done with them because like I did notice that they were a little bit manipulative and I told my friend, I'm like, low key, if you end up robbing them, I'm not gonna judge you because I've robbed them several times because they're annoying as fuck. And sure enough, she ended up robbing him and she named the things I named and I was just like, so it's like sometimes I feel like people won't get it. Other sex workers will understand robbing a client. Other sex workers will get it. Like other sex workers will actually be like, sweetie, that was an itemized receipt for emotional labor. Actually, like a sex worker will actually find a way to make it make sense what she did. And again, I know that some people won't hold space for that, but like unless you're a sex worker, you won't get what it's like to be spending all this time and emotional labor pouring into this John, this client, and then he plays you for no reason. For no reason, just plays the hell out of you. And then like and see that's the thing. That's the thing, cool beans. I feel like what like when I think about what I've gone through and experienced, the pattern that I see is white supremacy. The pattern that I see is a colonial project rooted in the concept that we need to be punished before we are worthy of support. We need to like go through something for someone to pick us up. We don't live in a constant collaboration of love. We don't. And as I read bell hooks, and when I say read, I mean listen, babe. All bell hooks books are on audiobook on YouTube for free. Just a PS on that. But I'm trying to operate under a practice of love, like and empathy. So I do think that when you're operating in that way, it becomes very clear to people who are operating outside, like within like the carceral punishment model of like community that we're offered. Like think about it.
When you go out into the world, you have to behave a certain way, or else what? The cops can take you away. The prison system can take you away. The legal system can take you away. There's lots of things that can take you away. So in the practice of love, we're trying to consider how we can hold each other closer, how we can hold each other closer without harming each other, because that is a it's a dance. It's definitely a dance. So I feel like them trying to name a pattern was the same thing that that person was doing as well. And it's just like, dang, like as an autistic person, I see patterns a lot. But in this instance, I'm just seeing like a failure to perform in the way that the state needs me to perform. Not having an identification, not having a job on the books, those are two things that will be punishments for me. Despite the fact that I've obviously been able to gain capital and like navigate the world financially in some ways that were able that allowed me to live the life that I truly want to live, one where I'm not like beholden to a clock, one where I'm not beholden to my finite labor being exploited. These are things that I will be punished for, even though when you really think about it, how many people want to leave that 9 to 5 and want to strategize within community? Many of you. And so the life that I'm trying to build for myself and move in is one that a lot of people will not be able to hold, because they'll be like, wait, I'd be punished if I did that. And so they'll hold that like punishment is the standard, and it shouldn't be. Exactly, exactly. Competing versus collaborating. So that's where I'm coming from. It's like if we can collaborate together, if we can hold each other in some ways, why would we not? But I also am holding that, like, because we live in a system that's constantly punishing people, there will be people that will interpret that as a punishment. They'll be like, oh, it's a punishment for me to have to think of anyone besides myself. I can see that. I can see how that can become part of the narrative. I can see people being like, why don't you take care of yourself? Not seeing that that's a way of punishing someone for not having this or that thing. When, if we're all being honest with ourselves, none of us are taking care of ourselves alone. None of us. We all require community. When you go to the store, someone had to work there to set that shit up. You don't just go to the store and cut your own bacon and bake your own bread. You don't do that. We live in a community whether people want to see it or not. But the community that we can cultivate is the most ultimate community. Because granted, somebody has to go to work to bake that bread, to turn those lights on. Like, people have to do all types of things to collaborate for all of us to be winning. And even the concept of humanity as like a system of power, we had to connect together to get to here. None of us were just like in our house door dashing and just isolate. Like, it wasn't possible. The way that we became what we are is collectively. But at some point, the colonizer introduced the individual idea. And that right there is what is harming a lot of us. Some people will really look at me like I'm a loser because I want to work in community with other people who also realize I don't want to give all my money to the state. I don't want to give all my time to a job. When people start thinking like that, it changes the world. It does. But I also know that it's going to take hard work. And you know what hard work is to me? Having hard conversations. Having conversations where we expose ways we've tried to punish people when we should have been extending grace. Even if we could not be with them, even if we don't have the capacity to fuck with them like that, like sometimes we'll decide like that person deserves to have nothing. That person deserves to have no one. That person deserves to be ran out of town. Sometimes that's how we fucking feel. And in certain cases, I agree. But with that being all said, like, we have to start holding that like there's a way to love people that doesn't look like us blaming them for shit that they couldn't have fucking possibly known. Like that person trying to say like, "Oh, like you're always like being harmed by white people." And it's like, "Okay, that is why I am committed to talking to white people about ways they can operate differently." I didn't realize up until very recently, unfortunately, that white people do not have the fucking tools or the framework to start operating outside of fucking colonization. They have to make the conscious decision to ask for help, and or They must be confronted by a person of color willing to do that work with them because maybe there's a connection, there's love, whatever the fuck, and they have to say yes. And that has to be a conversation and a constant holding space, vulnerability. Like, it takes work to be friends with non-white people. And I want white people to know that. It takes work to be our friend. It takes work to be friends with anybody, don't it? Like, I don't think I was a very good friend for a very long time. I feel like I'm still working on being a better friend. I still fuck up. I still do things that I'm like, ooh. Like, and I have moments where I'm like, I hope they still love me, like, after I did that. I hope that that wasn't the thing that made them want to not talk to me anymore. I still have moments where I worry about my behavior to a very anxious degree, but at the same time, I feel like if I'm worried, I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to be like, hey, how are you feeling? Like, when I did this, I felt ashamed. Like, I'm wondering how you interpreted my behavior. Like, I'm trying to remember, like, whatever I'm feeling, other people may be feeling as well. And, like, that nuance is not something that I always had. And so, for someone to try to, like, make me feel like where I'm at right now is still wrong, it's like, I'm tired. I'm just tired. Like, I feel like I have enough self esteem to know, like, if you're not valuing me, I'm in the wrong room. And you're allowed to still be in the room with me, but don't try to make me feel like I'm wrong in my appraisal of harm that's happening to me. It's just like I can't handle that right now. Absolutely. But yeah, like I was saying though, like it does take work to be in community with non-white people, and it's something that I have to hold myself. Like I don't like I've reached out to deep dark skinned people like in desires of friendship and connection, and I have to also hold that like they don't owe me that. You know what I mean? Like nobody deep dark skin like owes me a friendship or a connection. And at the same time, I also am holding that like them choosing to be my friend would take labor on my side. And so that's the thing too, is like if you're an English speaking person and you want to befriend someone who doesn't speak English, don't you think there's work to do to be that person's friend? And if you're not willing to do that work, leave them alone. But there are times where white people don't want to hold that like you're coming close to people of color, but you don't want to do that work. And you have to be willing to do that work to be in community with people of color. And it just is what it is. And even I didn't know that. As a person of color, I didn't know that. That's what I'm saying. We have to be willing to hold that like we really don't know how to be friends, how to be connected with certain people. We have to ask them. We have to connect. We have to connect in ways that are like, hey, what do you feel? What do you think about this? And so, and I'm not saying again I'm an authority on being friends with anybody deep dark skin. I honestly am again trying to hold that like I will need to ask questions. I will need to check in, and I will need to also betray my light skin privilege and be candid about what the fuck I'm doing, someone else light skin is doing. Like that's another thing too, is like the white people that are in my life right now, they're appraising white supremacy in real time with me by also acknowledging the ways that they are doing that shit too, or they have done that shit too. And I need people like that who can see I can be an oppressor, I can be oppressed. Decolonization is uncomfortable. It has me sitting here holding that like I have to hold space for white people to transform. And if I don't, that's okay. But like in me not holding that space, I'm also not on my job because I'm seeing links between white supremacy and colorism and all other oppressions. I'm seeing it all connected in a way to where I know that I have something to offer to white people. I know I have something to uplift to white people more than offer for myself, but I have things to uplift towards white people. And so it's frustrating at times for me because, again, I don't know anything, but I'm listening. And because I'm listening and I'm hearing, I'm able to engage in a different way. And I don't think that I'm better than anybody, but I do think that it takes labor and energy to actually hold that like you're an oppressor. That decolonization means you too. Means you too. And so I hope folks know like I don't ever want anyone to think like I just know everything. I fucking don't know shit. I don't know fucking anything. All I can do is ask questions and try not to be a fucking asshole. Like, honestly, that's all I can do. Is ask and try not to be an ass. But I don't think that anybody is automatically aware of all of this shit. Why would we be? How could you be aware of something you need to ask about? Think about it. So just offer yourself a little grace, baby. Take a little moment for grace. Yeah, we're gonna smoke again before I do this hair, bitch, because I'm trying to power up. All right, baby, you gotta get off my coat. You gotta get off my coat. I love that you don't. I love that. I love that you slowly got off the coat. Like, there's something just so lovely about just bonding with a little baby cat. Like, she trusts me so much. Like it just makes me want to cry. Like, she's just like, yeah, I know you're not gonna hurt me. I'm not gonna get off this coat. Cause you know sometimes cats be scared of you. You be like, damn. I hope this cat knows I like them. I hope they know that they're safe. But you know, maybe they don't know. Yo, sidebar. This is like really random, but I'm only telling y'all this because I'm corny and I'm flattered. But there's this dude that like, he like works around the corner from here, and he was like grilling me like hardcore, and I was like, and bitch, he was telling me like, he was just talking to me or whatever, and I don't know, like he asked me for my number, I gave it to him, and I'm kind of shook because he's fine as fuck, like, ah. And he came through today and we kicked it for a second. Like, we just sat together and talked. And it was very brief, but I just want to get my back blown out one time, babe. You know what I mean? Before my birthday, you know? Just to make sure everything's still working. But yeah, no, I'm like, I need to calm the fuck down. I need to calm the fuck down, bitch. Bitch, oh my god. Also, this is another random moment, but I don't know if I ever told y'all about this dude that I was fucking with named King. I don't want to talk about it too much, but basically, baby, why he texted me and was like, I'm moving to Nigeria. Bitch, this motherfucker's still on Bumble talking about he in Detroit. I was crying. He was really trying to get me to fuck him off. He moving back to Nigeria. Bitch, I'm fucking sad. I was like, King, why you still in Detroit? Bitch, he ain't said shit. I'm like, sweetie, not you hit me up to, girl, I'm moving back to Nigeria. Girl, I should beat your ass. Like, cause I really thought about it, bitch. I was on the phone just laughing, bitch. I was on the phone just giggling, like, not you calling me, talking about you trying to get some pussy before you leave the country, ho. You're wild. And this motherfucker's still here. I'm sick. He a Virgo, too. Like, that's what scares me. I ain't never met a more delusional Virgo than him. Aw. This is Noodles. She wild. Not 90 Day Fiance. Here's the thing, bitch. He's an American citizen, but he said he moving to Nigeria because he said it's better out there. He's like, Detroit is whack. I'm moving back to Nigeria. He's like, I've been in Detroit for a long time. I'm going back home. I was like, bet. But he's still here and shit. So I'm like, bitch, just tell me your grandma died and leave me alone. Like, you know what I mean? Just tell me your grandma passed. And that's why you acting weird, so we can just move on with each other. Cause you not you hit me with I'm moving to Nigeria. I'm not even gonna lie, bitch. I almost wanted to swipe on his ass, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna leave his ass alone. I'm gonna leave him alone. Cause here's the thing that's crazy. We fucked one time and it was okay. It was really okay. But it wasn't like, to be honest, I just want to make out with him because he got some fat ass, sexy ass lips, bitch. Like, that's, like, lips, making out with lips, my God, bitch. Like, if you got lips and you make out with somebody with lips, it's a different energy. So that's all I wanted. I wanted to make out with him. I did not want to fuck nowhere, but him over here. And this is the motherfucker that really told me that my booty looked like mochi. And I was like, I want to beat your ass. Like, Like he really like Virgos are weird, but I love them. But they're so weird, but I love them. Like, what's going on with me? Like, am I sick? Bitch, he really said my booty was giving mochi. I swear to God, I was like, you know, I do got a cuboidal booty, but like, you didn't have to go out and say like the actual most cuboidal thing I've ever eaten in my life. Like, you kind of bugging, dog. Not a ham hog, bitch. Not a ham hog. Not a ham hog. Bitch, I'm crying. I can't even smoke because I'm about to throw up. Like, you said fucking ham hog. Why would she say that? On some Meg Thee Stallion. Like, I'm fucking dead. Oh my fucking God. Not the therapist. Oh, you're getting fired. Oh, you getting fired today. A ham hog. People just be saying anything because they getting a check. It's crazy. I wish I would pay you for you to roast me. Low key though, one time I gave this dude $1 and then he roasted me and I was like, babe, that's crazy. Like he was outside the club. He's like, can I have $1? I was like, absolutely. And I gave it to him. And then he looked down. He's like, damn girl, you got some big ass feet. I was like, I'm sorry. Did I just pay you to roast me? Like I literally was like, did I just pay to get roasted? That's crazy. Like, I thought you was gonna say thank you and leave me alone. He really was like, you got. He kept going too, bitch. He kept going. He was like, you got some Marmaduke feet, girl. Bitch, I was wearing flats. Bitch, I was wearing flats. I was wearing. I was wearing flats. And he said I got Marmaduke feet. He said them shits is wide, girl. I was like, I'm sturdy. I'm sturdy. Strong. Like bull. Strong feet. Tarsals and phalanges down. Fuck you, hoe. I bet you I won't fall over, hoe. You try to push me, bitch. I plant. Fuck you. I'm sick. That shit did hurt me, honestly. I'll never forget that shit. I am a sturdy bitch. But he really looked down at my feet and was like, God damn. I was like, girl. Fuck. I should have gave him $5. I feel like he probably wouldn't have came that hard. But I feel like that dollar, man, it activated something in him. I mean, honestly, lowest of keys, like, I've only met cool people out here. But that was a Boston person that was asking for money. I feel like Boston it's a little bougie bitch. Like, I feel like it's different. I'm sure people in like LA, I'm sure like in LA for real, like there'd be some bougie ass motherfucking people asking for $1. Like I'm sure somebody got a square cash at this point outside in LA. Like, can I get 250? I need to get a latte. Like, I'm sure. I'm not even trying to be funny, but I'm sure at this point there's somebody with a square cash connected to their phone and they're making sure they get all the donations they can, bitch. Oh, you don't have no jiggle jiggle? You don't have no fold? Okay. All right. Motherfuckers be having Cash App these days, so. And this is not me trying to diminish anybody asking for money at all. This is me just trying to say, I was shocked. To this day. To this day, bitch, I'm still shocked that he really dragged me like that. He was like, bitch, your feet. I was like, girl, let me get away from you, bitch. Woo. But yeah, no. Thank y'all for all the comments about my hair, bitch. I can't wait to dip this shit. Oh my God, bitch. The way it's about to be curly, bitch, and giving life. I really hate a straight braid. I really do. I just don't. I feel like the way my head is shaped, I need a little bit of wave, a little bit of movement. You know, I need a face framing layer, you know? So that's my plan. But I wish they weren't that big. I really wish I would have done them smaller. I want to do some brandy braids. Like, one day I'm going to do some brandy braids, bitch. I'm going to be all day in my head with some little micros, bitch. I'm going to do it. Because I love when it's really thin. Like, I love a really thin, small braid. Like, it just looks so pretty. And I feel like it's not that heavy. And I don't know how many packs I got so far in my head. I want to say maybe 4. I want to say this is 4 packs of hair. And in the end, I got this little alfalfa, you know. It's a nice little chunk or whatever, but I think it's gonna give the realness because I feel like right now I feel like I like the thickness and the length of these two braids, and so I'm not about to do too much. Like I'm not about to go too wild with this little piece here. I'm about to probably do like maybe 3 or 4 rows, maybe. Because I feel like once you get to the back, who looking at the back like that? Nobody, not even you, babes, 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 babes. But I'm excited, bitch. Oh my god, bitch. Yes. Honestly, I'm more excited for when these shits start growing out and I do the passions. Cause when the passions come out, baby, ooh, I'm about to have some black passions. Motherfuckers are like, didn't you have red braids? Orange braids? I'm like, yes. And now I got passions. Like low key being able to do your hair is such a fucking flex. Like, whoa. My god. Cause the babe, the way they want like 250 for parting. Like that's another thing too. Like I would pay somebody to part this shit if it was reasonable, cause that's the one thing I feel like I have a hard time with is parting. Like I know where like my natural fucking part is in my hair, but right. But I would pay someone to do like little heart parts. Like I would love to get like little hearts. Like that would be cute as fuck. But I don't have the energy or the patience to do that shit. I would never do that shit. But I would definitely pay someone to do some parting for me, cause baby, I just feel like once you get the original parting done, you're done. Like once you get that first couple rows on the perimeter, the back is easy. But that the beginning, the front, cause again, I have a forehead, bitch. I'm trying to, you know, cascade. Also, that person in the comment was like, "You're mad loud." I was like, "Bitch, I be outside though. I don't be screaming in the house." But even having to justify that, it's like, babe, shut up. Like motherfuckers can be loud. People can say what they want to say. People can have octaves and ranges. It's okay. If I'm annoying them, if I'm being too loud, the people that I'm around will say, "Hey, can you turn that down? Hey, you're being a little loud." Like those are things that people will say. So I just feel like I don't have no reports like that because I've been pretty fucking quiet. Like I be loud talking to y'all outside. Away, you know? Like that's the thing. Like I have respect. I absolutely do. And I am appreciative and grateful. But I know again, like because I be talking like very much with like I'm very much like in my era of like not being harmed without saying some shit. Cause I've absolutely been harmed and just been quiet. And that don't help the people harming me or me at all. Because who knows? Maybe they don't know they're harming me. So that's where I'm at. Now you looked up the profile, bitch, I'm dead. Here's my thing. If she is like, if it's her, that's funny as hell to me. Mainly because it changes nothing. Like I feel like that's what people employing narcissistic behavior don't get. Once we know what you're doing, once we can understand what's happening, it doesn't matter anymore. Like I feel like I was just trying to appeal to her to like be gentler because again, if you're being unkind to me, a random bitch on the internet, who else are you being unkind to? Probably yourself. And I know from experience. I've been unkind to myself. I've projected on people. This is all like based on my own experiences and not me trying to say that like I'm different. I'm not. I'm changing though. I'm definitely changing my behavior and I'm shifting. But will I fuck up again? Probably so. Do I want to fuck up? Nah. But if I fuck up, am I gonna hold myself accountable? Absolutely. But I feel like again, we live in a punishment society. So some people think that like what makes sense is to tell me like the next housing you're gonna go to is gonna fail. When the housing I'm going into, I'm operating a completely different way. If it fails, it's not necessarily gonna be on me, But they're trying to project as if something bad happens to me in the future, it's your fault too. And that's dangerous, you guys. Because think about it. I already got put out of my house over some racist insecurity that this white person had over their partner and how much they were able to show up for them. I've already been put out because of white supremacy, like already. And now I'm leaving another situation where I was supported and I feel supported in ways, but also I do feel a little played with and I do feel a little projected on. Those are things that are real, and those are things I can name, and those are things that, like, I think when we think about anti-blackness, like, I feel like what's maybe being missed from this convo is that there are so many black folks that like experience getting put out their house and you'll never see their face. You'll never even know what the fuck happened. And they'll be so overcome with shame perhaps that they'll be like, fuck it. I'ma just do whatever. Like that's what I perceive of my friend Royal. Like they've gone through so much and they're just always like, fuck it, I'ma just move. And I'm like, at what point though do we sit and grieve this? You know? Like I wonder. Cause I grieve. I'm grieving this situation. I'm grieving my last situation. And when I get into this new house, I feel like I'll be able to have my mushroom trip that I need to take. Cause I need to take a mushroom trip bad as fuck. And I honestly think I'm gonna take one today, like a little, like point 0.5, just to lift my shit up. Cause it can be hard to be told like you're just a wrong person. Like that's what we get told a lot as autistic people. And as I said before, I'm not naming myself as autistic to gain sympathy or empathy. I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks about my self-diagnosis. But when you're diagnosed with ADHD, a lot of times they make that diagnosis so they can put you on medication. They're not making that diagnosis because they actually see you as someone with ADHD. And I want us to hold that some people are getting diagnosed with ADHD and it's not that. And so we get put on baby meth. And a lot of times it be autism. And it just means we have a different way of operating than the narcissistic system will want us to. And that's the conflict a lot of autistic people are having, is that we think differently than y'all. And when I say y'all, I mean people who are allistic. Like there are some of y'all that like when you go to a school, hey princess, I'm happy. But some of us, when we were in school, there were times where we just could not read. Like, we were looking at the page and the words, like, we were reading the same page over and over again. It wasn't grasping us. We weren't in a space to take in new information, but there wasn't a safe space in the classroom to go and just stem. And when I say STEM, I can mean a lot of things. Like for me, and this might be TMI, but one of my stems is masturbating. And I realized this. My vibrator is one of my biggest stem toys because I know if I use if I masturbate, I'm gonna be okay afterwards. Like at least regulated, more so. I'm gonna feel so much better. And again, a lot of times people are stimming to feel better. They're not stimming to be annoying, to bother you, to stress you out, or to even do anything against you. It is literally a personal, it's a self-regulation strategy. And so some people, like one thing I used to do, like I'm trying to think about all the stims I've had when I was younger. I used to like rip papers up in my pocket. Like I couldn't help it. Like I would be like tearing shit up in my pocket to the point where like I would rip up important shit in my pocket because that was my stem. I feel like when you're not a white child who like loves trains a lot, because like that's what they usually show us of autistic people. They show a white boy who is rich, his family is rich usually, and they filled his room with all his special interests, and you're like, wow, that boy really loves trains, or like, wow, that boy really loves the military, or wow, that boy really loves guns. Like some of these white folks who are autistic have special interests that other people in our holistic society think is okay. But if your stem is something that people don't think is okay, you'll be harmed. So when I was like ripping stuff up in my pocket, I knew like no one can harm me from this. No one will. I mean, when I'm ripping up like papers I need, yes, like that was me. Like, unfortunately, like perhaps self-sabotaging, I don't know, but like again, like having the ability to stem, and some people will say like stimulate, you know, having a way to stimulate ourselves, to just regulate again because we're not feeling in our body, we're feeling maybe disconnected. I know another stim that I used to have was ripping the labels off of sodas. Like I used to rip those off all the time. I used to scrape like with my nails. Like um ooh, another stem. I used to draw on myself with markers. I used to love to draw flowers all over myself because I love the feeling of the marker on my skin. I love seeing the ink like soak into my skin and spread. Like there are so many things that I would do to regulate my emotions that other people would be like, that's weird as hell. Like, oh, you're disturbing me, or oh, don't do this or that. Like the other day, the baby was like drawing on herself, and I feel like that was maybe her stimming. Because I know I've done that as well. But I also know that not everything is necessarily people stimming. I know that. But regulating ourselves as autistic people looks different to everybody. For some people, their stim could appear destructive. Like some people, to stim, they may hit themselves. They may they may employ some self harm, and unfortunately, like when you're stimming and you're doing those things to yourself, other people will be like, don't do that. And then the stem is still there. Like the need is still there. It's not wild. Princess Jasmine, the child that I have, has a spit necklace. You should look into spit necklaces. They're little necklaces that have a plastic. They have a plastic medallion. And the baby that I live with has one that has a Lego. She has one that has a shark's tooth. She has one that has a feather. And she uses them because sometimes she'll just want to chew on some shit. Like she'll be trying to chew on the cherries from the Hi Ho Cheerio. And I'll be like, yo, go get your spit necklace. So that's not a weird thing. It happens. Like sometimes you just want to chew on some shit. I thought I used to have pica, but I feel like I just wanted to, I want to chew on some shit. Yo, Destiny, you're reminding me of this video. Damn. When we go back inside, there was this post that this person named Gabby made, and like I followed them from like Clubhouse, but like, if I was a zombie, I would eat their brain first, honestly, because it's such a beautiful brain, the way they think. But they were sharing about stimming while black, and they were talking about how like for black folks, stimming could be like playing with your do-rag or your bonnet or your scarf like it's hair. It could also be doing Nicki Minaj like gestures, or just quoting Nicki Minaj a lot. Like some people like will quote like rap lyrics like a lot, and I love that. That's one of my favorite stems, or one of my favorite expressions perhaps of autism is echolalia, and it's where like you're singing your words or your words sound like melodic. And so some people like will just burst out into song, and you'll see this a lot in like in high school. I feel like you'll remember in high school people just randomly popping out jamming, singing a song. That was them fucking stimming, babe. Like they weren't trying to be disruptive or be annoying. That song was playing in their head hard, and they had to perform it. They had to embody it a little bit, and maybe it annoyed you. They weren't trying to annoy you. They were literally stuck in that loop, and then maybe the next week they heard a new song, and they got a new song. Me too. Me too. Like I'll make up random songs, random dance moves. Like I'll do like a whole choreo for no fucking reason. That's you stimming. Like your body was dysregulated. You gotta get it out. It happens. But again, like operating under the understanding that like we're all gonna like experience our bodies and our feelings differently, that's been a big help for me, because I know that like I've tried to appear like, I feel like if people have been watching me for a long time, one of my stems is playing with my hair bad. And I feel like people used to drag me. They used to be like, you're pulling the curls out of your wig. And it's like, I'm not trying to do this on purpose. Like this is me regulating myself. And so I feel like there's ways that like when you're doing something a lot with your hands, that can be your stem, and you might not think about it very deeply, but it brings you comfort. And so maybe your wig is a little bit less defined on one side. Maybe that's your stem side, babe, you know? I know my hair is shorter on one side because I stem with my actual hair if I don't have a wig. So, and that's why the bonnet be helpful because then, you know, you got the bonnet, you can play with the bonnet, throw the bonnet around. I like having braids because, like, you can't really fuck up your braids by stemming. You can, but it's a little harder, you know what I mean? Ooh, chewing on bottle caps. Yes, I used to love to chew on the tops of bottles. Absolutely. Absolutely. I used to get so excited about biting my nails, like biting it and then like doing the little rip. Woo! Exhilarating. Damn, baby. Listen, I'm hearing you on that. Like having a trichotillomania. No, would you mind sharing what that means? Cause I don't have another phone with me right now to check or to look it up. But a bald spot in the back of your head from stemming is so real. Like I'm sorry if it was like a situation that you like weren't happy about, but I'm also holding that like maybe being bald is just working for you and you're happier now. Um, okay, all right. It seems we found new community. It seems we've unlocked a new community achievement. We are now seeing ourselves perhaps as you know, people who are experiencing trichotillomania. Okay, okay. But yeah, touching hair, rubbing hair. One thing that's fun about braids is like you're kind of protecting your hair a little bit, so you're able to. And I feel the same way about wigs. Like when if you're playing with your wig a lot, it's okay, cause you could just buy another weft and throw that shit in. You know what I mean? And recurl it. But your actual hair, you know, I do understand like how that could be like, damn. Ooh, Destiny. What's your favorite color so far? Word. See, and that's the thing. I don't actively mean to pull my hair out, but I'll play with my hair so much. And like when you have hair that is curlier, um, your hair has your hair needs moisture before you manipulate it. Like I remember reading that my hair texture, if I play with it while it's dry, it is the equivalent of giving myself a haircut, and that is very true. So when I start stimming with my hair and it's not moisturized or even just like well maintained, I'm actively like losing hair. So I totally feel like it. I may fall under that, like just with my behavior, but I feel like yeah, pulling the hair out is not an intention, but it does happen when you're in it. Ooh, purple and blue. Ooh, you did a mix, or was it separate? And what kind of purple and what kind of blue? Cause honestly, like I want to dye my hair. Like I want my roots to be fucking pink or teal, and then my ends to be teal or pink. Like bad as hell. Like I really want like colorful roots that look kind of like whoa, like your roots are pink. But I don't know. Now that my hair is like gingery, I don't know what color I want to do next. I feel like I could go pink. I could go maybe white. I'm kind of scared to go white, to be honest. Word. See, and that's the thing. Like people say ADHD, but I don't always think that that's what it is. Like I think that like I think it's at least for myself. Like I feel like it's ADHD, AUDHD. So it's like autism and ADHD connected. And so the way that it reflects for me is like I'll be like hypermobile and doing a bunch of shit in a short amount of time, and then I will need to recover bad. Like I will need to sit the fuck down for a long time and be away from people and not speak to anybody. Like I come here and talk to y'all for hours and then I'm quiet for many hours. Like, and I feel like that's what also triggered me about that person like assuming I was being loud in the house, because I'm like, dude, I'd be so quiet. Like I just be sitting in here just stimming, listening to music, trying to move my body, because like I think talking is a stem for me. Like I love to chat. I love being a chatty bitch. I love talking to people. um Big grandmother willow tree vibes. Like I love to just like sit and chill and vibe and chat with people and just connect with them for as long as fucking possible. And like I feel like when I don't feel like I can just be talking, or I don't have anyone to really just chat it up with, like I will come here more probably and be like, and I feel like that's part of why I also wasn't here, is like I was creating friend groups and connections with people outside of the internet, and I was trying to invest in the real world in a way that, like, in retrospect is funny, because it's like we're all real, everything's real, this is real, we're in the real world now. But I felt kind of like, damn, like, am I like, I don't know. I feel like I was just trying to do a lot of soul searching about tribes and who was like, who do I have in my life? Like, am I connecting with people? Am I being loving? Am I showing love? Like, do I know how to be a friend? Like, I was having like a crisis about like how much I was invested online, and wasn't sure if like of I should be outside, you know? Like, people be like, touch grass. And I'm like, damn. Aware, BB. Listen, take your time, feel your feels. I'm glad you're with us, and I'm glad you're able to say all this. Yes. Getting weed, going to pick up weed, it's a lot. It's definitely a lot. It's not an easy thing to do. And I feel like, trust me, if don't nobody understand, I get it. Because they be saying your order ready, it ain't. Then the shit be, they had to do swaps, they didn't even call you. It'd be a lot. It'd be a lot. And then sometimes they'll play you. Like, honestly, that's the thing that's crazy. I live in a legal state. They still play games with the weed out here. Like, I had a delivery, and they called me at 7 o'clock being like, we on the way. Called me at 9 like, can't do it. Can't even do it, my boy. Like, they really hit me at 9 o'clock like, can't even do it. I'm like, what? Aware, BB, I'm glad. I hope that it was a safer space. And I'm grateful that you remember me fondly from any time that we've interacted before. That's dope. I hope that things are going well now, dead ass. Cause goddamn, like, needing to go through the internet to get support. Trust me, I know that that's some dire fucking straits, friend. Please don't hesitate to reach out again if you need it, for real. We're all we got, friend. We're all we got. Yeah, no, the delivery be playing. The delivery be playing sometimes, and it's awkward, because it's like, the whole point of ordering the weed online was so that I didn't have to leave the house. Now you're telling me I should have left the house? That's how I feel. I feel like anybody who doesn't tell you that the time changed and lets you leave the house, they're evil too. Aw, LG. Thank you so much for hitting up the GoFundMe. I appreciate you. I did not get a notification, but I'm gonna look. But just thank you. Thank you for uplifting it here. I'm grateful. Thank you for the generosity. Thank you for the kindness. Thank y'all for giving me my flowers. Like, just thank y'all. For real, for real. And as I was saying before, like, I value having connections with people online. And I think, like, when I was trying to be in the real world, like, I think I was being a little bit delusional. Because, unfortunately, something else I've learned recently is, like, we gotta, like, give people, like, 3 to 6 months before we can really know something. And some people don't even make it to the 3 or the 6. But I feel like that's where I'm at this point. Like, I'm not saying nobody cool for 3 to 6 months. That's what I got. That's where I'm at. I'm saying acquaintance. I'm not saying friend. Unless it's been 3 to 6 months of consistent fucking behavior. Cause I'm tired, bitch. I'm very tired. Like, I be really wanting to accept everybody, but I think that that's, again, part of my low self-esteem. And trying to people please and seem worthy. If people are worth our time, they'll show up. Period. We don't have to extend a lot in the beginning to see if someone's worth it. Let them show you. Let them. Let them rise to that fucking occasion. Because you're worth it. Not come outside. Bitch. Bitch, the other day I didn't have no money to tip. All I had was some weed. And I gave them a jar and they were like, how much should we take? I was like, you can have the whole thing. I was like, I don't have no money for no tip. And they were like, bitch, we only door dashing to get weed. I was like, well, bitch, I hope y'all have a good time. Like, enjoy. And honestly, I'm excited for them because I gave them the horny weed. So I feel like they probably had a good little night too. Yes, God. Probably got to get a big plate, a big drink. Bitch, I saw they had a frozen margarita mix at the corner store. I was like, this could hurt somebody. With a little bit of Casamigos. I really think I'm gonna drink tomorrow. For real. I'm not the biggest drinker, but every now and then. But yeah, I feel like I'm gonna go make myself a little mushroom tea and try to organize because like I'm moving out some of my stuff tomorrow, so I just want to have a bunch of things that can go immediately. Like my plan is to take like all my dirty laundry so I can just do laundry while I'm there this weekend because my friend is actually going to Chicago. So I'm gonna have their house to myself. So I'm gonna just be doing laundry, listening to music, just trying to enjoy it, you know? And I'm hoping that I'm gonna put all the blinds down too, bitch, cause bitch we hiding out. Bitch, we hiding out. Fuck. That's crazy. It's really crazy, but I feel like I'm definitely gonna take this time seriously because it's just something. Right. Like I'm gonna be able to have 2 days like without anybody talking to me or anything, and so I think my plan is to just honestly I think Royal might come over, but I feel like it's a situation where like I'm not about to like I feel like me and Royal's friendship is so bomb because like I feel like I don't know that Royal identifies as ADHD or autistic, but the way we be parallel playing, bitch, the way we really can mind our own business together, I love it. Hey, what strain did you get? I'm crying, bitch. Why that dude I was telling y'all about earlier, who gave me his number or whatever at the store, or who took my number, he was like, "Are you saving yourself, or are you trying to hook up?" I was like, "Bitch, not am I saving myself." I'm fucking crying. The thing is, I actually do want to fuck. I actually really want to fuck. But again, I feel like I was watching an old live I did. And I think the live was like, I cut off my end mom, and I was like, I don't want to just fuck though. Like, I want a bath. I want to take a bath. I want someone to eat my cat for like 2 hours. Like, I need like a couple things. I'm gonna see where his head's at for real, literally, cause yeah, I don't know, baby. I just can't just be getting just dick no more. It's past that. It's past that. Okay, but okay. Oh, bitch, variety. Kudos. Like I feel like the winter is really not braid season. Like, cause you know your scalp being exposed is crazy. But I just can't, bitch. I can't do wigs right now. Like, just I can't. It's just not hitting for me right now. And I love wigs, but I was looking like, bitch, they was like 50% off all wigs. I was like, I can't. Like, I seen one wig that I really liked, but I'm about to ask them if they would get some motherfucking sensational or some Cloud 9 because they got all these motherfucking butter laces, and I don't like the butter laces. But if they got some Cloud 9, bitch, Cloud 9, what lace? Like, low key, bitch, I feel like it's been a minute since I really been fucking with wigs, but there's like this brand called Cloud 9 What Lace, and I'm telling you, these wigs are like the best syntheticas I've ever seen in my life. So fucking beautiful. The lace, the baby hair, like, bitch, it's so natural. Definitely check on her. And luscious. Very luscious. Like those wigs last a while. Yes. My only advice would be, I personally feel like you should get a hair cap that has a bobby pin on it attached to the hair cap. So you can attach the combs to the hair cap. Okay? Do not attach the combs to your hair. Okay? Hear me now. Hear me now, babe. Hear me now. Hear me now. Hear me now. Cause I got a bald spot and I wanna talk about it. I wanna be candid. I don't wanna be a Kylie. I don't wanna be offering you a lip kit and not telling you what's going on, bitch. I got a little bald spot right the fuck here, bitch, from that bullshit. And it's because I became addicted with the facelifting effect. Don't. It's not worth it, babe. It's not worth it. Cause I gotta go to Turkey now. Now, if I want to get my baby hair back, I gotta go to Turkey. Okay, if you don't got a flight to Turkey money, don't do it. Not arrogant, Tay, bitch. I'm crying. You never know. You never know. Yeah, the combs do be helping, but if it doesn't have a comb in it, what you want to do is get a thick headband. You can find them at the store. And if you're not good at sewing with a regular needle, go to the beauty supply and get the hook needle. Because that one's easier to sew shit with. And sew a headband in it so it'll hold tight on your head. But if you do that, I want you to make sure you put up some good lotions, moisturizer, oil. Just moisturize and oil seal. Oil doesn't moisturize. P.S. Moisturize, then oil on top to seal it, baby. Okay? All right. Like, don't let the wig snatch you like it got me, babe. Honestly, because now I gotta wear on my wigs. I gotta wear my hair, my braids to the side, bitch. Okay? I gotta do a strategic ponytail, bitch. For real. I gotta get that motherfucking tinted fucking, that tinted. Bitch, actually, I seen some edges tattoos, and I was thinking about it low-key. I was like, you know what? I might tattoo a little edge. I might. But yeah, no. It's very, very, very precarious to let a wig snatch you like that. Don't do it. I know it might feel good. For me, it felt good. I love the tension. But I was getting them bumps, bitch. I wasn't paying attention. That's a warning shot. You getting bumps? Let me find out you getting bumps. You're not taking it seriously. I'm gonna be disappointed. If you getting bumps, babe, that's your literal head trying to tell you some shit. Okay? Each one teach one, bitch. I'm your big cousin on your baby daddy side. And I'm telling you right now, if you getting bumps, pay attention. For real. Don't get fucked up out here. It's scary, bitch, when you got a bald spot. It's very scary. Very fucking scary, bitch. Not now. Now I'm okay. But in the beginning, whoa. Whoa. Ooh, I'm so sorry, bitch. Listen, I love y'all. I love y'all so much. But, like, trust me, Jay Shay, like, you're not alone. You are not alone. We both got a spot. Babe. I done fucking, bitch, that's why I put a little gold medallion right here, bitch, try to distract from it, bitch, for real. Like, it's crazy. It's wild what you'll do to hide your bald spot, but I'm telling you right now, avoid it. Avoid it if you can. If it's already happening, put some motherfucking castor oil on it, bitch. Put some castor and some moringa seed, bitch. Moringa seed. Try to bring it back, bitch. My shit's gone. My shit's bald, ho. But if your shit is just getting tufty, it's getting scraggle, moringa seed. Moringa seed, okay? And some castor oil. Try to bring it back. Jamaican, bitch. Jamaican black. Yeah, we gonna have to go to Turkey. That's where people getting baby hairs from. I'm telling y'all, everybody going to Turkey getting baby hairs. They got the baby hair technology. They figured it out. It's a lot of black people in Turkey. They don't tell you that. It's a lot of black people in Germany, Hungary. There's a lot of black people there. Absolutely, a lot of people. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Working on things, working on science. I'm telling you, it's science, bitch. They're figuring out baby hairs. I've seen some beautiful results from Turkey. I have. Same. I bitch the way the glue, the way bitch. I used to be a glue bitch. I used to be a weft bitch. And sweetie, the way that that glue was, bitch. And I was so addicted to being a track star. I was a track star, bitch. I was a runner, girl. A track star. I had all these tracks. And bitch, it got to the point where the glue was like, it was just, it wouldn't come out. I would try to wash my hair, bitch. The glue would be stuck to my whole head, babe. It was bad. I had a whole thick hunk of glue that I kept trying to work around to the point where at some point, I'm gonna be so for real, I had to shave my whole head. I had to shave my whole head at some point. The glue, the way the glue punched me, bitch. And then the glue would be stuck in the hair, would be in the drain, be all, and then the glue would be fucking greasy. It would not get off you. It will cover you sometimes. Oh my god. And one of my friends I live with, she was a track girl too, and we was both track girls together at the same time, bitch. The way that the fucking bathroom drain knew no peace. Between that and that Aztec clay mask, sweetie, I was standing in the shower one time, taking a bath at the same time. It was awful. Real terrible. Whoa. I've been through some shit. I've seen some things. It's been rough. But we move. But we move, bitch, and we live to tell the tale. But yeah, if you haven't, it's friction. It's friction bumps. Tight bumps, some people call it. If that's happening, put some motherfucking hair lotion on your shit and try to ease those hairs out. If you have some tightness around your edge, ease them little baby hairs out the damn braid. It's okay if they look like adult hairs hanging out. Curl them, ho. They're too weak. Don't kill them. Don't kill them. I'm telling you. Learn from this. I've never yelled at a girl like this. Let me stop. A sidebar. This is... it's unrelated as fuck, but like, I seen Tyra be a part of the Skims campaign again. I watched the Kardashians while I was doing my hair, bitch. It was delicious trash. And she was like, I want Tyra and Heidi Klum and all these other white people to like be a part of it. She's like, these are the icons. These girls are iconic. And then there's this weird scene where Heidi's like, Kim, why are you not wearing any of your clothes? You should come with us, girl. Get dressed for our photo shoots. And I was like, Heidi, how much did they pay you for that line? Because ain't no way Heidi Klum and Tyra was telling this bitch, let's go take a photo shoot together because we all icons. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Absolutely, friends. Absolutely. Each one fucking teach one. Like, I got a bald spot so you don't have to, okay? I took that bald spot for you. I didn't really. I took it for myself, bitch. I liked how my face was looking when the wig was pulling me, bitch. I was like, tomato. Like, bitch, honestly, I'm gonna be so for real. Like, the tighter the wig, the happier my ass was. I hated a loose wig. Now I'm like, I'm honestly scared of wigs, and I feel like if I ever fuck with a wig again, I will be a half wig, probably. That's the only way I can justify it. Because that way, in the middle of my head, I could do a thick braid and then hook it to the thick braid, but like with a bobby pin so it's not like ripping none of my hair out and shit. Like, I feel like I would be really strategic And maybe not. I mean, I might even actually just do like a little sewing on a half wig so that nothing's pulling, but it's always secure, you know? I feel like I would get into that hook needle because there's a part of me that feels like that's an ancestral recipe. I feel like people was doing the hook needle for a damn reason, you know? They was doing that little circular braid and then the hook needle for a reason. And I feel like we got to just pay attention to what people not doing no more because it might be able to help us along the way. That's how I'm feeling. Because I don't know that bobby pins should ever really be long term in your head. A bang wig, honestly, yes. Like, to be honest, like, if I do get a wig, because, like, I don't want to say I'll never get a wig again, but I have not been feeling like I wanted to cover my whole head and then have to do a reveal. Because I feel like that's the thing about the wigs that I'm not liking is, like, honestly, I like to switch it up, but once I'm wearing a wig, I start thinking about continuity. And maybe this is a conversation that needs to be had, but I start thinking about how, like, does this, like, it's like once I get a black wig that's straight or something or kind of wavy, I'm thinking I gotta do black braids or black twists. Like, I'm trying to think with like continuity, and I'm trying not to do that no more because it's like, honestly, like, if you see me with a little curly little cookie bush, that's me. Braids, that's me. A wig, that's me. Like, I'm trying to just remind myself, like, I don't owe anyone the invisibilized parts of me, but I also have to hold that, like, there was a time where I wasn't confident about my hair, and I wasn't like, I didn't have the I didn't put in the work to learn my hair as much as I was learning a wig, as much as I was learning a braid, as much as I was learning a weft. And so because I had so much strength, I felt in like hair that I had to like buy, I was not taking care of my natural. Now it's quite the opposite. Now that I'm taking care of my natural, I'm paying attention to what I'm doing with my hair that's external because I'm like, I don't want to hurt my natural because I actually really love my hair now. But not loving my hair and doing the things that I did are things that I have to pay attention to because I wasn't just hiding my hair, I was neglecting my hair. I was also harming myself. Like with that fucking that bald spot came from, that's self harm. Like when you're trying to achieve a beauty standard while simultaneously hurting yourself and you're aware of it and you're not doing anything to change your behavior because again, the politics and the privilege from taking on the other aesthetic, because white people are the other to us, let's be clear. So by taking on the other's aesthetic, hiding who I am, hiding what I have, devaluing at times as well. I'm not saying that's what everybody's doing, but I was doing that. I was trying to prioritize looking my best versus looking how I look. And I think that with that being said, nobody owes us to look any kind of way. Everybody has autonomy to look however they want to look. But for me, I know that like my lack of like engagement with my hair was probably because my mom didn't engage with my hair. And when I came to like engage with it, I never felt like the looks that were supposed to be like me graduating into like tweenhood were like being shown to me with my hair texture. I have a very fine curl. I don't have like the big poof. Like I don't have the pineapple. Like I feel like my hair is very fine. And so because of that, I feel like the styles that I wanna rock or I wanted to do, I didn't think my hair was going to do all that. I didn't think my hair was giving that. I also feel like my head shape was bothering me. I feel like my hair plus my head shape was like a stressor. So it was a lot. Like it was a lot going on. So I feel like I utilize wigs for like for the length, for the volume. Like I feel like as a bigger person, your hair can honestly like give you more silhouette. Like I feel like that's another thing too. I didn't like the silhouette my natural was giving me. And I didn't know how to work with my natural. I know now. But at the time, I was like looking at others and seeing how their hair was silhouetting them. And then like, oh, what up, Terrence? Yes, space bum. Yes, space buns are so cute. Yes, me too. I love buns and like pigtails and shit. And I hate the conversation around being older and not being able to wear pigtails. It's so goofy. It's like, bitch, sometimes we feeling pigtaily. Sometimes we feeling space bunny. It is what it is. You don't always feel that. Sometimes it's a straight long back. Sometimes it's a bust down. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's a middle part. But some days it is a pigtail. And it just is what it is. Mmm. See, Princess Jasmine, my mom used to perm my shit too, and then my shit fell out. And then it was like, oh, I don't know what happened. And it's like, well, you got people fucking doing shit in my hair and you not taking the time. Like, that's the thing, my mom never engaged with learning how to do my hair. She would outsource it, and then obviously at some point I started experimenting with my own look, and like me and her were not compatible with what she thought my hair should look like. Babes, come on, because you need it on me and it's hurting me. I'm so sorry, but you scratching. You still cool though. Yes. Okay. All right. Good tips when you get your buns. Okay. Yes. The buns are always just cute. Like I feel like buns are timeless. Like how could anyone hate upon a bun? I feel like any age. Um. But yeah, like it's just it's just a hard thing. Getting back to the perm, like I'm so sorry to hear that like your mom ever thought that shit made sense. Cause it's like when you really think about what a perm is, it's kind of crazy to put it on somebody's head, any age, but especially a baby, especially a young person. And my mom perming my hair in retrospect is wild. Cause sweetie, I really just needed some a water bottle. I really just needed a water bottle and some motherfucking pink lotion. Like it really wasn't that deep. But her perming my hair, honestly, in retrospect, I think speaks to her own lack of like understanding how that would translate for me. Cause my mom has very curly hair and used to perm her shit, and that shit was funny. My mom got a curly perm, like the white people curly perm, bitch. I just feel like I never seen a white person get a curly perm and it worked. I never seen it, but they stay trying. I've met so many white people that got a curly perm, and I'm like, do y'all even understand what curly hair is? Do you? You don't get it. Like between me and you, I love my hair now, but I would never go from straight hair to curly hair like permanently, like chemically. That sounds so wild, mainly because for curly people, we gotta like learn our hair in a way people with straight hair don't. And like for you to only have straight hair as a reference and then you get curly hair, oh baby, your shit's about to get tangled up. Your shit's about to get ate up, ran through. Like our hair, like curly hair grows in a fucking circle. Like it's not for the weak. It's really not. Like it's a lot of fucking like understanding. It's like a lot of hair science too. Like I feel like I was steady using fucking Indian hemp 33% more softy green grease. And my hair did not need that. Like, what was the crumbs in it? Does anybody remember the crumbs in it? I don't know if anybody remembers. But that green Indian hemp by Softy, it had like fucking all types of crumbs in it, and I don't know what was that in retrospect. I'm actually disturbed. What in the crude oil and runoff was y'all giving to me, bitch? Like, I don't even want to look it up. I don't even want to look it up. I'm sick. But yeah, like I was saying, like, I didn't always know that, like, oil wasn't moisture. I'm over here putting oil on my scalp, hair dry as hell, about to fucking burn up. Wondering why my fucking, velvet-coated, hair curler is just smoking. What the fuck is heat protectant? Not herbs and spices. Okay, because there was a peppercorn in there, and I want to talk about it. Princess Jasmine, I appreciate you for being so candid and vulnerable with us, because it is a hard thing to talk about, like, unfortunately, which is weird because it's such I don't want to say universal, but it's an experience that happens to so many of us, like where we like get raised by somebody who really is not engaging with us in a particular way, and so how could we know how to do that, you know? Like my mom would never let me do my hair, and then when I started doing it on my own, I was like, okay, 2 braids and 2 puffs. And that's what I was, bitch, they was calling me Minnie Mouse and shit at the school because I stayed with 2 puffs and 2 braids, but that's all I knew how to do. Yes, Carrie. It takes some time. Okay, Water and Blue Magic. I see you. You know what? African Pride. African Pride. I don't know if they have that at your dollar store, but African Pride really be giving a lot. And the smell. I don't know if anybody ever remembers the smell Bambi from Hot Topic. It's an old head. Like, mall. You had to be a mall girl in the 2000s to really remember Bambi, honestly. But it smells like that. Like, all their whole line smells like Bambi. And I'm like, damn, this shit smells good as fuck. Hey, having a good day?
Yeah.
I'd love to hear it.
Let me go ahead and take a picture of it. Steps, and I'll give it to you.
Absolutely. You can leave it right there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
Okay.
Take care.
All right, have a good one. Thank
You
you.
as well.
I got a couple more snaps.
All right, have a good day. I hope they're easy.
Yes. Get started.
I be shit. You only got an hour.
Oh, yeah. Yes, ma'am. Now.
Sorry. The barks just sounded like a song to me at some point. You better calm down before I get up in that. Let me stop. Let me stop. Yo, Sag season is so slutty. Can we talk about it? I'm sorry, but I was like really thinking about how like Scorpio season was just like very much like and like I just feel like Sag season is like I smell dick. I'm sorry, bitch. I'm so sorry. Like it's like I just feel like Scorpio season was very like Venus could be a Scorpio. We're both it's Sag Sun, baby. I feel like Venus and Scorpio is like I don't know. All I hear in my head is S S S M M M M. Okay, bitch. Like low key, that's all I hear. No, that's what I'm saying though. I'm like Venus is in Scorpio, but then also the sun is in Sag. So I feel like it's very much like I don't want to quote Jack Harlow here, but that weird song that he made about being a slave master. I'm sorry, but like that man is strange. Like that song is crazy. No, you're fine. You're fine. I feel like Venus was in Scorpio season 2 at some point, which was like extra. I just feel like Scorpio is yearning, secretly pining, very aware of every moment and moments to come. It's very refined and secretive, a little performative, mysterious. Um, I'm crying. I mean, this man literally told me he would like to deliver me some dick, and I was like, I might do it. I might do it. I might do it. Cause I don't wanna fuck in the trap, man. I hate fucking in the trap. I just can't do it. I'ma just be real. I'm too old to fuck in the trap. I can't fuck on the floor. I can't. My knees bad. Can't be fucking on the floor no more, bitch. Like, you gotta have a box spring these days, baby. At least. At least a box spring. Mara. Let's a little noise from Mara getting her back blown out. Like, kudos, bitch. I wish it was me. Not gonna lie. Very jealous. Very jealous. I love to hear it, but yeah. God, I see what you're doing for so many others, and just want to make sure that you don't forget about me. Because I am dickless in Detroit. Honestly. I mean, I have a perspective dick, but like, to be honest, I don't know if it's wild, but I kind of want to be like, can I see it? I just want to see it first. Want to see how creative he is. You know what I mean? Like, is he gonna be like an aerial dick shot? Because, like, honestly, I feel like some dictographers, I just feel like they take like time, like they put it together. I'm like, is he like in the mirror? Like, is he like dirty mirror? You know what I mean? Detroit, I love it, and his name is D, so I'm gonna call him Detroit. Thank you. But yeah, I'm like, is he gonna be like a dead on in the mirror? Is he gonna be like a waistland, like waist view, full body, or is he gonna be like a under the ball sack? You know what I mean? Top of the ball sack to ya, cause some of them are like that. They'll send like the ball sack dick combo, and I'm like, I don't care about the ball sack. You never need to show me that. Show me the dick. Keep the ball sack. But I'm like, is he gonna be like a side? Cause he's skinny. I'm like, is he gonna be a side? No, I'm disgusting. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be real with you. I never know. Like, is he gonna do like under the butt? Cause like, dude, I've seen a dude do a under the butt, and I'm like, why am I seeing cheeks? There's a lot. Yo, my hair is like getting me a lot of hoes. Oh my god, everybody trying to date me right now. Ooh, bitch, you about to take me off this porch. Let me calm down. Let me calm the fuck down, bitch. Oh my god. But yeah, no, I really feel like this was a move. I'm I'm just saying, like, people are breaking their necks to see me. So I'm kind of gagging. Because low-key, I usually sit here and I'm like, oh, I just look like little critter. The color it says on the pack is pumpkin spice. And I was like, 'tis the season, is it not? I'm not gonna lie, the baby saw my hair. I was so excited, I showed her the weave. I was like, baby, look. I'm about to put some weave in. She was like, oh. And then when she saw me today, she was like, how did your hair get long? I was like, the weave, girl. I know I'm fucking her up. She's like, wait, weave? I'm like, yes. Yes. It's your birthright, sweetie. Go get you a pack today. No, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm really excited though. I can't wait to boil this bitch. Oh my god. Bitch, the way the waves are gonna wave. And I think I might do like just a bunch of chunky like twists and then bantu and then do like a hot towel. You know? New technologies. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. But I'm trying to get it as wavy as possible because I feel like between me and you, from afar, it probably looks great, but for me, I really wish I would have did smaller braids. I just like the smaller braid look. The thicker braids are a lot. It's good architecture. You can do a lot of cool styles, a lot of cool things. But I really wanted like thinner, long braids. And I honestly wanted to like probably flexi rod the bottom so that it had a lot of drama at the bottom. Like straight and then, you know, stylish. Yeah, after this, I'm gonna do locks. If I can find hair that like matches, I will, but if I can't, I won't. But I'm probably gonna do black just because again, I don't expect to find pumpkin spice in the passion twist. But my plan is to get some passion twist in black and then cover the braids. And I'm gonna cut the braids like right here or maybe even up here. Like I might do a long bob. You know what I mean? And do like a little half up, half down moment. You know what I mean? Like a little, you know what I mean? So I don't know, like, but I feel like I'm just trying to embrace like the versatility. Like these braids can become a lot of things. Like I can literally cover them with like hair and just have some very like dreamy looking. Because I was thinking about doing like you know when you do the braids and then you like pull out some and you kind of make like this like really wide braid. I was thinking about doing that, like to do the refresher on them. I was also thinking about getting like a lighter orange and a darker orange and then wrapping them and doing like a silky lock, because I feel like if I get some like white glue, I could easily do some silky locks over these and that would come out kind of pretty. But who fucking knows? Like, all I know is I'm going to dip these and have them wavy and curly and fun and just have a good time, because it's been a minute since I had some long hair. And to quote Erica Badu, been such a long time, I forgot that I was fine. So kiss me on my neck and breathe on my neck. I want somebody to walk up behind me and kiss me on my neck and breathe on my neck, okay? So that was really the whole energy for this. I just wanted to like get fine again, because I feel like when you looking like a dust bucket, people be calling you raggedy. When you out here on your dust and you just going through a lot, people be calling you raggedy. I was like, actually, white lady, I'm not raggedy. And not just because I have braids. Not just because I have braids, but because I have a skill, bitch. I can level up anytime. I can level down. Honestly, there was a video that came out talking about beauty as a choice, and it was really interesting. I personally don't believe that. I feel like if you are ever able to access beauty, you have privilege. Period. And whether or not people wanna fight with you about it, that don't matter. But if anyone has ever like called you beautiful and it's materialized for you, you got options. Like people hired you, people named your beauty, and then you got the job. They named your beauty, and then you got the opportunity. They named your beauty, and they wanted to be with you. Like think about it. Like if you're getting the dividends of beauty, like it's not just because out of nowhere. Like sure, without this weave, some people will perceive me as less attractive. Sure. But if all I gotta do is put some plastic in my shit, and then it's like it's not that easy. Some people put weave in their hair and they're not capitalizing. In fact, it's actually to their detriment. People assume what they're doing with their hair is something that is not professional. So we have to hold that there's such a nuance in this convo about who gets to be beautiful, who gets to wear what and be held in like femininity and beauty, who gets to do what kind of behavior and be held as like just maybe having a bad day, and who gets to be the evil mean bitch. You know what I mean? We gotta hold that. Like people that don't get to access beauty are very easily painted as bad, very easily, very quickly painted as unworthy. Whereas if you're attractive, people will hold off a little longer on saying how fucked up you are or how terrible you are. I mean, I feel like for me, when it comes to any kind of hair, I think it's about your scalp. I feel like you can probably keep hair in for a while as long as you're maintaining your scalp. And then also maybe taking some time to clarify the hair, and like maybe like some, and don't quote me on this, but I'm thinking maybe like some uh distilled water and some fucking a little bit of apple cider vinegar perhaps, like to dip just to get your hair inside of it clarified. But I do wonder like how your hair would be able to get moisture from that. Like I wonder like how much you would have to like do individually. I feel like it would involve you sitting under one of those caps and like moisturizing, resealing, and I don't know how much you could do. So that's why I'm just like, I feel like if you do a retwist after the initial, I feel like it's worth it to take them out after doing a second retwist on them. So if you put them in on like in June, I feel like by July, the end of July, like you could get away with doing the retwist, but I would still try to clarify the scalp because again, once you're wearing hair like this, I already know I'm gonna be spraying a lot of shit on my shit, putting a lot of shit on. It's gonna at some point start getting heavier, and your hair can dry out. You can really dry your shit out, and then it'll be hard to take this shit out. You could end up cutting a lot of your hair off. So you want to keep your hair juicy inside. So that's why I did a deep condition and a wash last night, and I did a seal with some oil. And so my hair feels really juicy, doesn't feel dry at all, and I'm grateful. I probably could have trimmed this end, but I feel like I'm gonna trim some of the ends off the braids, and then when I take this out, I'll do a trim on my hair because it will be time for me to bleach. And I'm excited about that because I'm definitely bleaching. I don't know how much I'm gonna bleach to, but I might stay orange, bitch. It's been fun. Witch hazel. Okay. See, exactly. Like, I feel like definitely look that up because I feel like for me, I'm going to focus on keeping my scalp juicy and putting some lotion in these braids until I can't. Okay. We're at 13%. All right, I'm gonna go eat some food and like take care of myself. I appreciate y'all so much for like just being here and also sharing with each other like honestly, like shout out to this community. Like I really appreciate everybody for being vulnerable here and being candid because again, I feel like we talked about a lot of things that I feel like other people will maybe hold in their heart but will never say out loud. And it's not like I go around sharing my bald spot every motherfucking day. You feel me? Like I really do feel like that's something that I've been hiding from like sharing with anybody, and I feel like for me to share it with y'all was really just a moment of vulnerability around like just how wild it can be to like be trying to achieve beauty, and in the meantime you're damaging yourself in ways. And so I think it's important to talk about ways that like we are healing after that, ways that we could have avoided it, ways that like we can talk about it without like shame now, because again, like having a bald spot doesn't mean anything bad about you, and there are a lot of people with bald spots. Our pussy is still juicy, or our dick or our pussy still juicy. So, just want to put that out there. I hope everybody enjoys their day. Yes. I hope everybody gets something done that makes them happy and laugh. I hope everybody eats something tasty. And if folks are in crisis, I hope you break silence. Like, even if you're just reaching out to somebody that, like, can't really, show up for you physically, if you can reach out to somebody, I hope you do. Breaking silence is why I'm still fucking alive. So be a truth teller, be someone who tells exactly how you feel, and also sit with your feelings and process them in the times that you have. Because when we get around people, it can be hard to not be triggered. It can be hard to not be wanting to perhaps address certain things, but it's important for us to also sit with our shit and hold what's really ours and what's not. Because we don't want to lash out on people and hurt people. We don't. I know we don't. So let's just keep that spirit. Let's keep that good faith. All right? You're all worthy. We're all worthy, bitch. Yes. I love you. Bye, guys.